Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Hanging with Hannah at BU. To kick off this semester, I'm here with my friend Dalila, and we're going to be talking about her various internship experiences in the music industry. She's got to meet some pretty cool people, so I'm excited to hear about it. Dalila, can you tell me about your internship right now?
Towards the end of the summer, I didn't really have an internship going into fall. And I was kind of intimidated because I saw everybody on LinkedIn posting they had these big internships with huge companies. So I was like, okay, let me find something for myself just so I feel secure because I'm always stressing about my future. And so I was on Indeed, just looking at remote internships because I didn't really want to do an internship within Louisville because I had already did one with a government agency. And I just wanted to branch out a little bit, make some, new connections, start some networking out of Louisville. And I got an interview when I went to Lollapalooza. They sent me the email and I was like, my apologies, I'm not really in the best environment. I don't have my laptop with me. To do the interview. She was like, oh, no problem, I understand.
So they're super accommodating.
Right, so I got back from Lollapalooza and I had that interview a couple of days later. They referred to me as a press officer, which is more of the official title just for when I reach out to brands and companies. They don't want me to be the intern, because they might dismiss me. I work with a lot of it's just a bunch of reaching out to brands, reaching out to companies for our roster of clients. We have everybody from Machine Gun Kelly to Victoria's Secret models to Jason Derulo, Zendaya, just everybody you can imagine. But yeah, it's really fun. I really do enjoy it. It's a low time commitment, but I've learned so much. I have a lot of contacts. I have a whole spreadsheet of about 250 contacts from different, publications and different brands and companies, and I really enjoyed it so far.
Okay, so what do you like about your internship right now, and what do you dislike?
So what I like the most is just the fact that it's very PR focused, obviously because it is a public relations internship. So in the past, with my previous internships, it was more of just me, doing surface level stuff. So it was a little bit of design, a little bit of reaching out to brands and stuff like that. But this one is just really focused on PR. It's really made me become more creative in a way. And I really appreciate that my boss does ask me for my input. It's not just her delegating tasks to me. It's her asking me hey, what do you think about this? Could you come up with a few questions that we could ask, this artist? And I really do appreciate that, makes me feel very accepted and very appreciated as, an aspiring music industry professional. But one thing I don't like about it is the fact that it is remote. I don't really get to have that, one-on-one interaction and that office setting that I would really love to have. None of my internships in the music industry have been in person, but this one kind of hurts me the most because I really do enjoy it.
Gotcha. And so you mentioned that you went on Indeed yourself and you found the internship. Did Bellarmine support you at all in finding this internship process? Was there a certain professor that really helped you or gave you mentorship or anything?
No, actually it was all me. I didn't really ask for anything from Bellarmine. This specific internship does not require for me to get college credit for it, so I didn't have to go through that process of registering my internship and talking to the Career Development Center or anybody. But yeah, it was just me. I'm a very hungry and an ambitious individual, so I went out of my way to secure that internship for myself.
That's great. That's awesome. You mentioned that you had previous internships. Was there anything you really learned from those that you took with you into this internship, or things you found that you needed to improve on that you're working on in this internship?
With my previous internship, the most recent one was my internship with Riveting Entertainment. They're a production company based out of Los Angeles, but they have their own music label, so I worked with that music label. And like I said, I did surface level stuff with PR and outreaches. It was just me coming up with my own pitch templates, so it would be just me coming up with a whole artist biography, compiling all the photos and everything, and then finding specific brands that I think would have been good for the artist.
Dalila also made graphics like these during her time at Riveting Entertainment.
I didn't really have like somebody micromanaging everything that I did as it related to PR at that internship, but it's just me, using my writing skills that I had developed from that internship, like with this one specifically. The one thing that I am kind of working on is like saying, like just communicating with my boss. That's one thing I struggled with my previous internship. I'm not somebody who really like asks for help as much. If I do need help, I feel like that's kind of like a weakness, for like your character. But I learned that I should always be asking for help if I do need it, that it's totally okay. Everybody understands, especially in this industry. Some things get very confusing and things are always changing. They can get kind of overwhelming. So you should actually be asking for help and voicing your concerns or anything. So I've been doing that more and more with this internship.
That's awesome. That's something I also struggle with, is asking people for help. So were there any classes at Bellarmine that really helped you prepare for this internship, like grammar and editing or advertising or any of those specifically?
Yeah, the public relations class with Professor Tyler last semester, you and I both had that class, but that one prepared me the most, just because of the end of the year project that we did, like creating that media kit. It just really taught me like how to create a press release, like what goes into a press release. A lot of what I do has to do with like editing press releases and like reading through so many of them. But definitely that class really helped me a lot.
I know that a big part of your internship is working with musicians. Have you had the opportunity to meet anyone really, or to like network with musicians themselves?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people know that I'm a big Jack Harlow fan. He's our hometown hero. And with Riveting Entertainment, they produced and directed like I think 4 or 5 of Jack's videos. And that's how I actually came across them on Instagram. So Jack posted, one of the music videos that he had done with Riveting Entertainment, and I went on their profile and I was like, it wouldn't hurt to ask for an internship, But yeah, I was invited to go to a music video shoot for Jack back in January for his song called 21C Delta. And I got to meet him, and I got to meet most of his friends, and then his friends, knew me from Instagram, so we all kind of connected, and that's how I have my relationship with them now, just from meeting them that one time. And yeah, meeting Jack was pretty awesome. He was really humble. That was one of my favorite experiences.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love Jack Harlow, so that's awesome to hear. Are you thinking about, I know you work with like Knights Media Network, are you thinking about interviewing him or any of his friends if you get the opportunity?
Yeah, I tried to interview Jack multiple times, but I think I'm not, big enough for, Jack to sit down with me, but I'm still trying actually. But one of his friends, Ace, who is his director, the one that I had met at the video shoot, he has his own group called The Homies. And I have been wanting to interview them for Knights Media for so long, but I just don't really have the proper, like the right time, to reach out to them. They're always really busy, but it's definitely a goal of mine to do a story with them, hopefully like in October or November, just to sit down with them and to let Bellarmine students know about them.
That's so awesome. It's great to hear that Bellarmine and just searching on your own has provided you with so many opportunities and networking. And I know you want to move to LA one day, so it sounds like you have it all laid out in front of you almost. And you have so many people in the community that are willing to help you.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for the interview.
Welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it as well.
Yeah. See you next week for another edition of Hanging with Hannah at BU. Thanks for watching.